If you have to make a relationship choice or relationship decision from a set of options, there's a fair chance, there's a fair possibility that none of your options are the right choice. Don't make any relationship choice till that person becomes one and only option. I'm going to explain. Just follow through. This is T-Studs at 30 on my podcast called T-Studs in Transit, and I'm sharing 30 ideas, events, that I've learned over the course of my life or that have shaped my life. So today's one is something I learned. I learned this practically because I remember the first relationship choice I had to make, or I made it from an option. So I had these two amazing people in my life, two amazing people, and they were everything I wanted. Maybe not everything, but they were almost everything I wanted. They were pretty, they were smart, they loved God, they liked me, and all that. And I was forced to make a decision between two of them. So I had to do this, these pros and cons, draw a list and compare two of them to themselves. And looking back at that decision I made, I realized that what makes me make decision from an option is because neither of them stood out to me. They were good options, but they were not the best option. I'm going to explain myself, just follow through. What I see many people do when making relationship decision is, they're like, what, I have to date, I have to be in a relationship by the end of this month. So what do? They bring out all the amazing people in their life and they try to see who is the best option. And at that point, it's mostly performance based. It's mostly who wins my heart the more, who does the most, or who ticks the box the most. And there's so many downsides to picking from an option, because one is what happens when you're dating the person, then somebody else comes along and does better than them. Then you start regretting your option. And a lot of times, that when you start feeling bad and regretting your option, that becomes the downward spiral of that relationship, because you start becoming, you're not satisfied, you start complaining, you start, making more demands. Oh, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. You're not necessarily making demands from the person, you're just hoping they act or perform like the new person you met. Or what happens when you chose what you thought was the best of the options you had, then you start dating the person and you realize that they were not what they looked like on paper. They were not what they looked like when you were thinking, when you were planning, or when you were making the choice. See, I personally believe that the reason why you have to be saying, is it A, is it B, is it A, is it B, is because neither of them stood out to you. I'll use two examples. I'll first use an immaterial example. Imagine you go shopping. The reason why you be bent on two dresses is because both dresses are lovely. Both dresses are good. You can go with either of them. But compared to other times in which you go shopping and it's a no-brainer, like, see, is this dress. Don't show me any other one, or even bring out the other dress you want to see, but this dress stands out to me. And the second illustration I'm going to use to buttress this is how we choose our friends. Most of the time, our best friends are not necessarily the best people in our life. They're not necessarily the one that ticks all our boxes, but we have this strong sense of connection, strong sense of understanding. There's just something about them that strikes us so personally and so powerfully that they stand out from every other person as a friend. I believe that we need to get to that point also in making relationship decisions. So it's not a case of who is finer or who is fairer or who. See, mind you, I'm not saying ignore checklist. That's what I'm saying. It's important to have checklist, have the right checklist, but don't let it be comparing A versus B. Is if A and B, or either A or B, does not stand out to you so strongly that it's a no-brainer, then wait. Because I believe that relationship decision is one you make with the aim or goal of getting married to the person, and it's a decision of a lifetime. Like it's till death do us part. I'm choosing somebody that I'm going to live the rest of my life with. It requires more, like a stronger sense of conviction. It requires a stronger sense of conviction, a stronger sense of certainty So if it is more of kami, sorry, forgive that it's you look up palace of when you like we do this thing where you bring to and then do tumbo, you know, there are many songs they sing for that thing, you know. But I'm saying let it be such that I'm like, yes, all the other options are great. I remember Anne and Judy were talking one time, and you know, this was quite a few years ago, and we told ourselves that, see, if we come out of, let's say we decide to go to the cave or something, and we come out, or we're single, we can literally look around us and pick, because we have so many amazing people around us. I'm going to talk about this in another episode, and there I'll be talking about you can't date every amazing person in your life, you know, but that's for another episode. But the goal of this episode is to that single person watching me, to that person that is in, you know, that phase of choosing, is don't be forced to make a choice from an option, because that's what happens most of the time. It's what will make you say, you know, I must date this person. Is you give yourself a time. You say, you know, I must be in a relationship before the end of this month. So what you do is you look at the options and you choose the best of the options, even though it might not have that strong sense of conviction or peace or certainty, or the person is just a good option. A lot of times that's where it happens, because that was how that happened to me. You know, it was a sense of, you know, Tolu, you must be in a relationship, but you must ask one person out today. So what do? So you drop the option. I feel bad, you know, that I've been there, that I've done that, but that's why I'm making this video, so that you don't make that same mistake, you know. Like build, I'm still a fan of build friendship. Of course, create boundaries, but let it be such that it's a no-brainer. Like why will I not want to spend the rest of my life with you? You know, why will I not want to choose you? Like, I don't care who else is in my life. There's something about you that stands out so strongly. There's something about you, either sense of connection, how we understand each other, or how I see your union to my life, amplifying the assignment God has given to me, whatever it is, you know, stands out so strong that it becomes a no-brainer. And when you get to that point, when you see that, please, by all means, don't look back. I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I like to really know what you think about this. These are not absolute thoughts. They're not set in stone. You know, do you relate to it? Are there other alternatives? Just share. You know, I'll be reading all the comments. Watch on YouTube. Watch on podcasts. It's also on all podcast platforms. It's Two Thoughts in Transit. And yeah, see you on the next one, which is going to be soon. So just be on the lookout. I'm recording more now. All right. I love you. Out.